He's cheated again. I'm struggling to come to terms. A bit of background. Me and husband have been together 12 years, married for almost 5. 3 years into our marriage, I got a message from a girl he was cheating on me with. Absolutely devastating, but we worked past it, and I forgave him. Everything was fine, albeit a little dry in the bedroom, but at the beginning of the week I got a message from another girl saying my husband had bleeped with her a few times, one of which in our house. She came to our house because he wasn't replying to her messages. I answered, but she managed to find me via a village Facebook group. I'm absolutely floored. I cannot believe this has happened again. I've sought advice from a solicitor today to progress with a divorce. He's accepting this but is desperate to give it another try, with couples and individual counseling. I keep continually changing my mind. This is a man I love, and the thought of not having him, or moving on and starting again without him, makes me feel sick. But I said the first time if it ever happened again it would be over. I'm 30 years old, and I feel like this is such a pinnacle decision. I'm young enough to move on and start anew, but the thought of this is daunting, and not having my best friend by my side is even worse. Sons wanted to know the truth. My son, 15, said he wanted the truth. He was tired of not knowing what was going on. After some thought, I gave him the basic story of what Dad's been up to. It was a good conversation as can be. Then he called Dad, who then told him I am lying to him. FYI, Dad's been having an affair years with a coworker in our mutual workplace. Thousands of texts, calls, seen together at work, called out at work by other coworkers, heard him pledging his love to her, total shutdown on me, lies galore, can't remember anything, etc., etc. It has been a total thing nightmare. Now he's gone, living in a trailer, doesn't talk to me, told our sons the real reason. He's gone is because he lost feelings for me. He is furious that I reported him an AP to our work. I'm losing days, pay, totally dister. Yet all of that is my fault too. I'm tired of this a whole not owning what he's done and projected his lies onto our 2 sons. Now they say we don't believe you, Mom. Trying to just live my life well and quiet so they can see what's right through me, but last night, I just lost it. Their understanding was helpful for me in trying to bear this on my own, but now they hate me more, and I'm sure I've damaged them more too. How to manage a lying, cheating spouse who tells the kids I'm the crazy liar. Ex said he left me for the AP because I reacted too crazy to getting cheated on. I met up with my ex for closure. We were together for 7 years. He was just using me for bleep towards the end. I found out he was in a full-blown relationship with another girl. They were together 9 months when I found out. They had a less bleepule relationship. He was sleeping with me 5 times a week still, and almost twice a day. When I found out, I told all our friends, family, and her friends. I was mad. We didn't get to talk or fight. He ended up getting back with her and staying with her. He wanted to meet up with me to talk. I asked him why he went to her. He said because I'm unpredictable and no one acts that crazy when they get cheated on. That my reaction was extreme and that turned him off. He said he kept me at a distance because he didn't know with my extreme reactions. He said with her she just cried and begged for him back. He said that's a normal reaction. He said she would kill him if she knew he was here with me and reached out to me. Does it sound like he regrets it? Did I seem crazy from my reaction? Think that's the truth. Husband cheated and my self-esteem is ruined. Just over a month ago, my husband and I had an argument and he took off for the weekend on a bender and ended up cheating on me with an escort. I was suspicious something like this happened, so I did some digging and I found everything out on my own, down to all of the girls' social media pages. Since finding this out, I find myself wondering what was so great about her that he was willing to ruin our marriage for her. What does she have that I don't? And really struggling to feel good about myself now. I don't know if I will be able to stop obsessing about this and stop comparing myself to her and wondering why he would do such a thing. I'm torturing myself over it. Him and I are trying to work on things because he has claimed he will change and give his life to God, and we have a baby on the way. But I can't help but feel like absolute shit about myself when I'm around him. If he compliments me, I imagine him saying the same thing to her and make myself sick to my stomach over it. I know this behavior is unhealthy, but I don't know how to remove this situation, this girl, from my thoughts. Any advice is appreciated. Husband cheated on me while I was pregnant. Recently, I found out my husband was cheating on me. We have a 4-year-old Kristen and a 5-month-old baby Claire. When I first found out about Claire, he was cheating on me with another coworker, but it only went as far as them making out. I was devastated, but I was able to forgive him and move on. However, while I was pregnant and a week away from having our new baby, he slept with another coworker on their birthday. This girl was also pregnant, and it was with someone who didn't want it. He did this a few times, but only a week later I had Claire. He went on leave for 8 weeks, so this kept them apart. When he went back, she already had her baby and started her leave. Due to the C-section, she wasn't able to sleep with him, but 3 weeks later they started up again. My daughter is now 5, almost 6 months old, and I know about everything. He had this girl come into our lives and befriend me, had her show up to Kristen's 4th birthday party and meet up with us for playdates with her 2-year-old son. He kept going out and sleeping with her and then coming home to me to do the same thing. I got very upset at him for buying her a Mother's Day gift. I found it inappropriate given their sketchy history and asked that he stop talking to her multiple times. After I threw a fit about the gift, everything was revealed very slowly. First it was that they were only making out and it started when Claire was 2 months old. Then it was that they were sleeping together, but in that same time frame. She texted me and told me she thought she might be pregnant as well, and then basically gave me the truth about when the first time was. I told him to get out of the house and I gave him all of his stuff in trash bags. After he left, he kept texting me telling me it was over and he was going to keep her out of his life and continue to try and prove to me he would change. Only just a day later, yesterday, he let her manipulate him into going out to see her because she was lying about being pregnant to try and figure out the baby. He went and they shopped all day, until later she asked him if they could one last time, to which he said no, but she told him he owed it to her and to think of it as her using him, since he only started sleeping with her to use her during one of our fights. He gave in and cried after. She somehow had a miscarriage right after that, but I know she was lying because she sent him photos of a keepsake test and told him 2 were inconclusive. She also dropped the pregnancy on him on the first day he told her it was over with. I just don't know how I will ever forgive him. Kristen is crying because her daddy is gone. It hurts me and I can't imagine how someone could be so cruel to me and yet try to get me back after everything they have done. It's also very bizarre that this girl is still trying to be my friend, but I blocked her on everything. I need advice and I need encouragement to stay strong. That's all.
Make sure and subscribe.